Hey there, I'm John, this is DempseyJ Illustrations, and on today's video we're going to be continuing the series Ben 10 Aliens as Dragon. Let's bring these illustrations to life. The Paranite Dragon. These dragons are a rare and unique breed in the universe. They have been known to scorch the earth when angered or travelling. These dragons have a hot plasma type body with a dark reddish volcano-like rock substance covering them. Their bodies radiate high amounts of heat. When angered, this has been used as a weapon in defense. Although most people believe the next bit of information is folklore, it's been said that if a Paranite Dragon catches a cold, yeah, I know, a dragon catching a cold when its body is super hot plasma, seems absolutely ridiculous. I mean, really, what temperatures are cold enough to make this thing actually get a cold? We're talking lower than sub-zero temperatures. If this dragon catches a cold, it has a rather strange effect. It'll turn the plasma blood and the flames of this dragon blue. Strangely enough, the flames it then emits are flames of ice that can freeze anything. I'm not sure if this is true, but I have seen in the Dracorussian Fabularum a species of dragon thought to be similar to the Paranite dragons in look, but with blue flames, and one of the rarest dragons ever discovered, the Paranite dragons. One of the most amazing and terrifying abilities of the Paranite Dragon is its pyrokinetic abilities. It can literally generate and manipulate fire. It can even shape it to whatever form it chooses. Now, the younger ones of the species only seem to make basic fireballs to launch as attacks. As they get older, their ability to manipulate the fire gets stronger. They can make all sorts of shapes like spears or walls of fire to trap their prey. As well as manipulating the fire, they get volcanic-like elements on their body that kind of look like mini volcanoes on their shoulders. These dragons have very few natural enemies and even fewer creatures that can kill them, but that's a story for another time. In colder climates, it's been known for this dragon to walk several kilometers away from a village. As it gets close to a village, all the fires suddenly go out. A word of warning to all you adventurers out there. If you're ever at a village or a city at night and all the fires suddenly go out, you can be sure a Paranite Dragon is very close somewhere nearby. The Dracorussian can be spotted by its red mollusk-like exoskeleton. It's got green eyes and a grey mouth. There are also barnacle shapes on its shoulders and limbs, with crab-like claws that it looks like around its ribs. It appears to make it look more intimidating, especially to other dragons and creatures that might attack it. The most distinctive feature, however, seems to be a shell-like hood over its head. Now, what makes this dragon extremely hard to attack the head, let alone the neck, is that this species can actually retract the neck in a bit. So it's almost like a turtle, and it can shield itself, as well as this shell protecting any vulnerable parts on its back. As you might have guessed from the appearance, the Dracorussian has an armored exoskeleton which protects its body from damage. Even the strongest attacks, this has made the hide something that's sought after as a perfect armor, if you can pierce it to kill the dragon, of course. As you might have guessed, being water-based is a feature of this dragon. The attack of this creature involves, you guessed it, water. This species of dragon can launch high-pressured water blasts from its mouth, as well as the barnacle-like bits of its body. Normally, these blasts are boiling water, but it has been known in some cases to change the temperature from boiling hot to freezing cold to basically trap its foes. This makes it very difficult to defend against. You're not really going to know what's coming out of what limb part, basically. Is it hot? Is it cold? Prepare for both. Hope for the best. The scariest thing about this creature is the seemingly endless supply of water in its body. It's been hypothesized that these dragons can absorb moisture from the air and use it for its attacks. It can also change the pressure of the water blast, changing from a stream of water to an ultra high powered jet. This can cut through almost all of the metallic substances we know in the universe. It's rumored that this dragon can breathe underwater and remains at the bottom of a deep lake or an ocean, somewhere where it can stay away from prying enemies and foes until it needs to actually feed or hunt. The dragon's also been rumoured to be seen playing with water shapes that float in the air. I mean, I don't know about you, I've not seen water float in the air. This is some crazy ability. So people think it has the ability to manipulate water and control it. The shapes from time to time give the impression that it's playful, but don't be mistaken. These creatures, although playful when you see them from a distance, are extremely territorial and they're extremely dangerous. The Arachnovern is perhaps one of the weirdest and strangest looking dragon species known to the world. To many, it's like something that's come out of a nightmare. This is because this dragon mainly resembles more a spider than a dragon. I mean, it looks like a dragon with features and wings, but it's got extra arms, it's got extra eyes. I mean, this thing is creepy. Going back to the features, as I said, it's got extra eyes, which means it has 0 blind spots, or pretty much 0 blind spots. It's got extra limbs as well, and these extra arms or limbs, or whatever you want to call them, allow it to not only keep balance in the battle against its foes, it can even pin them down while it continues to attack, and this makes it rather troublesome to deal with. As if this wasn't enough, this creature has another ability that's just insanely difficult to deal with in battle. It can shoot a web. Yes, a web just like a spider, but it can shoot it from the palm of its actual feet or limbs, and from its tail. Yeah, its tail. So it can attack you with its tail and shoot a spider web at you. This is insane. These creatures are also very intelligent. These webs can be used to build traps. Now, the younger ones will build a basic snare and a basic hook and just have the webs about. The older they get, the more intelligent they get, they are able to actually build complex traps which have caught many adventurer unawares and literally ended them. The dens from these creatures have actually been mistaken for widow kraxins. Now, widow kraxins are a rare spider creature species in the universe, but they're not as difficult to fight as the Arachnovern. They're pretty much simple attacking spiders, a bit venomous, but you can handle that. Due to this mistake, many adventurers have had their lives taken. Arachnoverns are one of the few dragon species that have a bluish purple colour to them. It is quite streamlined, so that you don't actually see the scales on its body. It looks quite smooth. It is something you do not want to mess with. If you like this episode, we've got 2 other videos for Ben 10 Aliens and Dragons, which I will link in the description below. I also have Ben 10 Aliens as Pokemon trainers, where I take a couple of the Ben 10 aliens and I give them Pokemon that suit their abilities and powers, which is rather fun. And I do have to admit, I kind of want to do another episode of that. So subscribe and leave a like if you like. See you next time.